The question that changes everything. What if I told you that the tiny dog sitting on someone's lap and the giant dog guarding a house are genetically almost the same animal? What if I told you that every dog breed on Earth comes from a single wild ancestor? Not from different species, not from different evolutions, but from one original animal, the ancient wolf. Today, there are over 300 recognized dog breeds, each one with unique shapes, unique behaviors, unique instincts. Some are hunters, some are protectors, some are herders, and some are simply companions. But none of this happened by accident. Dog breeds are one of the most powerful examples of how humans can shape biology itself. From wolves to the first dogs, more than 15,000 years ago, long before modern civilization, wolves roamed the earth freely. They are intelligent, social, highly adaptable predators. And then something unusual began to happen. Some wolves started approaching human settlements, not aggressively but cautiously. They were attracted by food scraps, bones, and the warmth of human fires. The boldest wolves came closer. The most fearful stayed away. The most aggressive were driven off. Generation after generation, a natural selection process began. The wolves that were less aggressive had a survival advantage near humans. They ate more. They survived longer. They reproduced more successfully. Slowly, over hundreds of generations, these wolves changed. Their skulls became smaller. Their behavior became calmer. Their communication with humans improved. And eventually, they were no longer wolves. They became the first domesticated dogs. The birth of selective breeding. Once early humans realized that dogs could be useful, everything changed. Dogs were not just animals anymore. They became partners in survival. Hunters noticed that some dogs had a better sense of smell. Farmers noticed that some dogs were better at controlling livestock. Guards noticed that some dogs were naturally protective. And then came a revolutionary idea. Instead of letting dogs reproduce randomly, humans began choosing which dogs were allowed to breed. This process is known as selective breeding. Selective breeding is simple in concept, but powerful in effect. You select two dogs with the desired trait: speed, strength, temperament, intelligence. You allow them to reproduce. Then you select the best offspring and repeat the process for many generations. Over time, the chosen traits become stronger, more stable, and more predictable. How humans designed dogs for specific jobs. Dog breeds were never originally created for appearance. They were created for function. In cold regions, humans needed dogs capable of pulling heavy loads across snow and ice. These dogs evolved thick fur, strong muscles, and incredible endurance. In agricultural societies, humans needed herding dogs to control sheep and cattle. These dogs developed intelligence, focus, and rapid decision-making abilities. Hunters required dogs with exceptional scent tracking. Over time, breeds specialized in detecting scents over long distances. Guardians required powerful and intimidating dogs to protect homes, villages, and livestock. So breeders selected for size, strength, and protective instincts. Each environment, each human need, and each task shaped the evolution of specific dog breeds. The genetics behind breed differences. One of the most fascinating scientific facts about dog breeds is how genetically similar they are. Despite dramatic physical differences, most dog breeds share over 99% of the same DNA. The enormous variation in size, coat type, and behavior is controlled by a relatively small number of genes. This means that small genetic changes can produce massive visual differences. For example, genes controlling growth hormones can determine whether a dog becomes tiny or gigantic. Genes affecting skull development influence face shape and jaw structure. Genes related to coat proteins control fur length, texture, and color. Through selective breeding, humans unintentionally became genetic architects, shaping biology generation after generation. How long it takes to create a true breed? Creating a true dog breed is not a fast process. It requires patience, precision, and long-term planning. A single generation is not enough. Even 10 generations may not be sufficient. It can take decades, or even centuries, to stabilize a breed. Breeders must carefully track lineage, monitor traits, avoid harmful genetic mutations, and maintain consistency across generations. Only when offspring consistently display the same physical and behavioral traits does a breed become officially recognized. Take the Labrador Retriever. The Labrador was developed in the 19th century from the St. John's Water Dog, an extinct working breed used by fishermen in Canada. British breeders refined these dogs by selecting individuals with strong swimming ability, gentle temperament, and exceptional retrieving instincts. Generation after generation, the modern Labrador Retriever was formed. Some breeds were not just refined, they were created by mixing existing breeds. For example, the Doberman Pinscher. This powerful and intelligent breed was developed in Germany by crossing several dogs, including the Rottweiler, the German Pinscher, and possibly the Greyhound. The goal was clear: to create the perfect guard dog. Fast, strong, loyal, fearless. And through controlled breeding, that vision became reality. Another fascinating example is the Bull Terrier. This breed was created in the 19th century by crossing bulldogs with various terriers. Breeders wanted a dog that combined strength and agility. The result was a muscular dog with a distinctive egg-shaped head and a bold personality. In modern times, intentional mixing has created what we now call designer breeds. One of the most famous examples is the Labradoodle. This breed was created by crossing a Labrador Retriever with a poodle. The goal was to combine the intelligence of the poodle with the friendly temperament of the Labrador and produce a dog with a low-shedding coat. Another example is the Cockapoo, a mix between the Cocker Spaniel and the Poodle. These dogs are known for their affectionate nature and adaptability as family companions. Not all breeds were created by mixing. Some were shaped through extreme selection over many generations. Consider the Chihuahua. This tiny breed descends from the ancient Tachichi dogs kept by pre-Columbian civilizations. Through selective breeding for small size, humans gradually reduced body mass while preserving alertness and personality. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we find the Great Dane. Despite its name, this giant breed was developed in Germany by crossing Mastiff-type dogs with fast hunting hounds. The objective was to create a powerful boar hunting dog that was both strong and fast. Some of the most intelligent breeds were shaped purely for work efficiency. The Border Collie was refined over centuries in the border regions of Scotland and England. Breeders selected only the dogs with the highest herding intelligence, focus, and responsiveness to human commands. Similarly, the Siberian Husky was developed by the Chukchi people by selecting dogs capable of endurance, cold resistance, and teamwork in sled pulling. Modern breeding, designer dogs, and ethics. In the modern world, dog breeding has become more scientific. Genetic testing now allows breeders to detect inherited diseases before breeding decisions are made. However, modern breeding has also introduced new challenges. Some breeds have been exaggerated for aesthetic appeal. Shortened snouts, extreme wrinkles, unnaturally small or large bodies. These traits can sometimes lead to breathing problems, joint issues, and reduced quality of life. This is why ethical breeding today focuses on health, longevity, and genetic diversity. The human and dog bond, from wild predators to loyal companions, from survival partners to beloved family members. The story of dog breeds is not just about science, it is a story of coexistence. For thousands of years, humans and dogs evolved together. We shaped their genetics, and they shaped our history. They helped us hunt, protect, travel, and survive. And today, despite hundreds of breeds, countless shapes, and endless personalities, every dog still carries the ancient legacy of the wolf, different in appearance, unified in origin, connected to humanity like no other animal in history. So the next time you see a Labrador, a Bulldog, or a tiny cockapoo, remember, you are looking at thousands of years of evolution guided by human hands. If this video changed the way you see dogs, then you're exactly where you belong. Subscribe for more, leave a like to support the channel, and tell me in the comments, which dog breed surprised you the most, and why? Because every breed has a past, and every story deserves to be told.